This is the DREAME X50 Ultra Robot Vacuum, and what a striking machine it is. When I put it in my living room, the first thing that catches my eye is the sleek and modern black and gold design. It genuinely feels like a premium device. The docking station looks classy, and everything about the build, the matte finishes, the shiny gold accents, really fit into a nice home environment. It feels solid, and honestly, I had pretty high expectations from the start. From my experience, setting it up was simple. After unboxing, you've got quite a few accessories, including extra mop pads, mop holders, a cleaning solution, and even a tool to help keep the brushes clean. The app walks you through each step, and if you've ever felt confused setting up tech like this, don't worry. DREAME's instructions are easy to follow. It took me maybe 10 minutes to get everything ready to go and connected to my Wi-Fi. Let me talk about the key features that really stand out for me. The DREAME X50 Ultra packs up to 20,000 PA of suction. To put that in simple terms, that's a ton of power for a robot vacuum. I have pets, and the X50 had no issue picking up pet hair from both my hardwood floors and area rugs. I even sprinkled sand and flour to see if it really lived up to the hype, and it cleaned everything up without a hitch. For anyone who deals with dirt from shoes or crumbles after mealtimes, this vacuum saves so much time. The dual rotating mops were another surprise. They're not like those simple single pad mops I've used before. These twirl with speed and force, scrubbing away dried stains, especially when I put soy sauce and coffee on my kitchen floor as a little torture test. The robot doesn't just drag around a wet cloth, it spins the pads and applies pressure, which is far better at cleaning stuck messes. What's cool is that in smart mode, it senses tough stains and goes over those spots in extra time. It even detects how dirty the floor is and adjusts water flow and speed to focus on messier areas. One fancy feature, welcome, if you have uneven floors or different rooms, is the ProLeap system. Basically, this robot has retractable legs that allow it to climb over obstacles and door thresholds up to 6 centimeters high. And that's not just a spec on paper. I tested it on my bathroom step, random toys, and even thick doormats, and it rolled right over. I always hated moving my robot vacuum from one room to another before, but here, the X50 gets around the entire apartment by itself. There's also something called VersaLift navigation. If you have a sofa, TV stand, or cabinets that sit a bit low, you know most robots just avoid those spaces. This robot has a LiDAR sensor that can literally tuck itself inward, lowering its height down to about 3.5 inches, so it glides under furniture more often than any other robot I've tried. It also uses AI obstacle avoidance, which means it can spot sneakers, loose socks, pet bowls, or those annoying power cords, and route itself around them pretty reliably. That's great peace of mind, especially since during testing it didn't get stuck or drag any cables like older models I used. Hair tangling can be super annoying, but the duo brush system in the X50 Ultra is made for pet and long hair. I tested it with both pet hair and long strands from my own haircut, and there was barely any tangling. When some hairs got caught in the side brush, removing them was quick. I didn't need to go in with scissors, which with other robots was always a pain. A quick review of the Auto Clean dock. It actually washes the mop pads with hot water, dries them with hot air, and then empties the dustbin into a large bag stored below. From my experience, I only had to empty the dust bag after almost 2 months and fill the clean water tank once a week. There's also a detergent tank if you prefer using cleaning solutions, which is handy for deep cleaning days. The self-cleaning feature is comfort, no need to touch dirty mop pads. Honestly, a game changer for my cleaning routine. Navigating with the DREAME app is truly easy, even for beginners. Mapping my floor took about 5 minutes, and the map is surprisingly accurate. You can set schedules, set no-go zones, focus on certain rooms, double clean specific zones, raise suction on carpets, or even choose to just vacuum or mop, depending on what each room needs. Being able to control everything from my phone or with Google Home voice commands feels really futuristic. Talking about battery, I found that in quiet mode, the battery lasts close to the promised 180 to 220 minutes. For my medium-sized apartment, one charge is plenty for a full deep clean, vacuuming and mopping together. If you have a large home, this battery life gives you full coverage without having to split cleaning into multiple sessions. However, there are some things to keep in mind. This robot is not cheap. If you're looking for a product on a tight budget, this may feel pricey, but you are paying for high-end convenience and technology. From my experience, it feels worth it if you value free time and want a reliable, hands-off cleaning solution. Also, while it does a great job on hardwood and medium carpets, on thicker, High pile carpets, it doesn't reach as deep, which I found out in my bedroom. This is common for most robot vacuums, so I didn't expect miracles there. Maintenance isn't zero either. Refilling the clean water tank and emptying the dirty water tank is a weekly task, and sometimes I still like to wash the mop pads by hand just to keep them really fresh. But for daily or weekly cleaning, the system is about as effortless as it gets. Sometimes the mapping can be a little off, especially if you move big furniture in the middle of a session, but this is hardly a deal breaker. Noise levels are another thing to pay attention to. The robot itself is quieter than most, but when it's emptying the dustbin or cleaning the mop pads, the base station does get loud for about 20 seconds. If you're sensitive to sound, it's something to remember, but honestly, I never found it bothersome since it's quick. The way it handles corners is also pretty solid. The brushes and mop extend to sweep and scrub up near the walls and even under baseboards, which is more than I can say for my old robot. However, no round robot gets perfectly into every corner, so don't expect 100% perfection there. Still, it does a better job than most. For pet owners or parents who operate in high traffic zones, you can easily set those areas to be cleaned twice for extra freshness. From my experience, the DREAME X50 Ultra is perfect for busy people, pet owners, parents, or honestly anyone who prefers not to spend their free time doing floors. It's also great if you appreciate technology or want something that looks stylish in your home. This vacuum mop combination won't completely replace a deep manual mop if you have serious stuck-on grime, but for day-to-day cleaning, it absolutely keeps my place looking spotless. I'd recommend this for anyone who hates vacuuming and mopping, or those who want to stay on top of pet hair and dust with as little effort as possible. If you have multiple floor types, pets, children, or just want to control everything from your phone, this is going to be a great fit. Also, if you hate cleaning mop pads, that auto wash system changes everything. In conclusion, the DREAME X50 Ultra Robot Vacuum and Mop combines powerful suction, intelligent navigation, and true hands-off maintenance into one of the most impressive home cleaning robots I've ever tested. It makes everyday cleaning almost automatic, and over a few weeks, I found myself freeing up time and worrying less about floors. Between its solid performance on various surfaces, ease of use for new users, and serious self-clean features, it deserves the buzz it's getting. I will post full information about the DREAME X50 Ultra Robot Vacuum in the comments section. See you in the following videos.